Hello my friends and welcome to the video. So we are in the second week of my cut and we are in need of a refeed. So I will explain what a refeed is, why I do them, how you could do them later in the video. But first off, I'm hungry, so let's get to meal number one. All right guys, so meal number one, we do have 6 ounces of chicken breast topped with some honey hot barbecue sauce. It's just half a serving. We got 415 grams of sweet potato. On top we got 50 grams of banana with some cinnamon and peanut butter. And the time is currently 12:28 p.m. and this is my first meal of the day. Here we go. I love carbohydrates. And we'll put the full calories and macros on the screen so that way you guys can check it out and know how many calories and carbs and protein and fat I'm eating per meal. All right, so let's talk about what refeeds are. So when you diet, you are losing body fat, you are also losing glycogen, and your body becomes depleted. So the whole purpose of a refeed day is to refuel. So basically you increase your carbohydrate intake to fill out all your glycogen stores to continue to be able to train hard, have energy, and to just not feel super flat. So the reason why we have a refeed is to also, it helps us get through the lower days. So I personally like to do anywhere from like 4 to 7 days of lower calories, and then I'll have my 1 to 2 days of higher calorie refeed days. So this also helps you kind of get through those lower days and just know, all right, I got a refeed day coming. I just got to keep pushing, grind on through, and I'll be able to fill out my body with some carbohydrates and get back on the grind. But again, this is just a small mini cut that I'm doing. But I also do have a qualifier workout that's coming up tomorrow as well as the next day. So I want to make sure everything is ready to go. My glycogen stores are topped off and I am full of the energy that I need. Alrighty guys, it is currently 4:50 p.m. So we've been getting a bunch of stuff done around the house. I did just coach my client and ready for meal number 2 of the day. So what I'm gonna do some salmon. I got this from Fuel Meals. Again, we don't like to cook fish in the house because it stinks it up. So Fuel's been very convenient for me to get in those omega-3s that I'm missing out of my diet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do 6 ounces of salmon. We also have Lauda's homemade, delicious, extravagant, amazing rice.
Keep going.
What'd you make it with?
It's just cilantro. That's what, jasmine rice, I think. And that's it. That's the beauty of the rice maker. You just put a bunch of stuff in there and then it's just done.
So 350 grams of rice, 6 ounces of salmon. Let's go. All right guys, so we got meal number 2 here. We got salmon and some rice. So I wanted this meal to be lower in fiber so that way it digests quickly. So again, I'm gonna be eating again pretty soon after this, probably I'd say like 90 minutes to an hour. So again, having no vegetables here in this meal, it'll digest a little bit quicker. So that way I can continue getting in the food that I need to get in for this refeed day. And I like to eat my salmon with ketchup. I don't know about you guys, but
With ketchup. You're kidding.
no.
With ketchup. Is that a thing? People do that?
It is for me.
Wow. With ketchup. I thought it was the barbecue thing, which is even worse, I think.
I like it with ketchup or teriyaki sauce.
Really? Teriyaki? Yes.
And so why do refeeds work? Well, in our body we have a hormone called leptin. So leptin does get depleted as well when we are dieting. So the leaner you are, the less leptin that you do have. So it makes it more difficult to burn fat. And when you have refeed days, specifically carbohydrates are what help restore those leptin levels. So that's why it's very beneficial to have a refeed day every, maybe 10 to 14 days, maybe every 4 days. Again, it does depend on how lean you are. So someone that's an athlete that has very low body fat and they are dieting, they're gonna have refeed days more frequent. So again, leptin, it's a fat burning hormone and it does get depleted, and refeed days, especially carbohydrates, help boost that back up. Is today your refeed day too?
No, my cut, it's really good.
What you get there?
It's a protein ball. It has 60 grams of egg whites, 1 egg, 40 grams of the mix, the cardiac, and that's it. And stevia.
What you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna put some chocolate in there.
Disfruta. 7 p.m. came around, decided to have a little snack as I'm cooking dinner. These are peanut butter pretzels by a company called Quinn. Super delicious. I did have 5 servings, 650 calories, 30 fat, 80 carbs, and 15 grams of protein. Then I started cooking some brown rice pasta, and I used this classic organic tomato, herb, and spice sauce that I do get from Costco. Popped it in the microwave with some chicken breast, and then I pour that on top of my pasta. Super simple, very easy, and very delicious dinner. All right guys, so we got meal number 3, pasta, chicken, and some sauce. So we do have 64 grams of protein, 104 grams of carbohydrates, and 12 grams of fat. Some delicious pasta with chicken. It's so good. All right, well, I'm gonna enjoy this and then I'll be back for the nightcap. So stay tuned. And the nightcap, we have 3 Vans gluten-free waffles with banana and some maple syrup. Well, alrighty guys, that was a full day of refeeding. So, calories and macros. We did hit 3,465 calories, 198 grams of protein, 470 grams of carbohydrates, and 85 grams of fat. So how do you know that you need a refeed? Well, typically if you've been dieting for an extended period of time, or even like 2-3 weeks, and you do hit a new low weigh-in, you're feeling a little tired, a little fatigued, have a refeed day. It's not gonna kill you. You can bring your calories up close to around where your maintenance is, and just increase the carbohydrates. You can lower protein slightly, and then also you can lower fats slightly as well. So today, basically I lowered my protein a little bit. I'm usually hitting around 225 grams daily. And while I've been cutting, I've been eating about 300 grams of carbohydrates. So I did increase the carbs by 170 grams. So right around 470 grams is right where I finished off. Fat stayed the same at 85 grams. And pretty much my maintenance is a little bit higher than that, but honestly, like, I felt really full. I was like very satiated and I didn't feel like I wanted to continue eating, but I know my body needs it. So I continued to eat and I got in the carbohydrates, so that way my body is filling out, glycogen's topping off, and I'll be ready for these qualifier workouts. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Again, refeeds, they can be very beneficial. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down in the comment section down below. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Oh, and one more thing. So for a refeed day, it's basically like taking one step back, but 2 steps forward. So the next day you might notice the scale weight is up a little bit. Not to worry, that's just extra glycogen being stored in the muscles, more water, sodium, food volume. So tomorrow morning's weigh-in, I'm probably gonna be a little heavier than normal, which is completely fine. I'm not worried about it. I've been doing this for a very long time and I know how it works. So if you do see the scale inch up a little bit, again, not to worry, it's completely fine. Just get back on your plan, trust the process, and you should be good. So again, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But that's gonna be it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.